Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good day to everybody. I hope you're doing well. This is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again with another video. I hope everybody's having a good day. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can be informed when I am running my big mouth. And shout out to all the subscribers and new subscribers. You see the title. Actually, I haven't given this video a title, but I'll think of a title. Like it anyway. So yeah, I was just thinking, recently I got this book by Dr. Claude Anderson, Black Labor, White Wealth. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's a very interesting read. Basically talking, as you can see, a search for power and economic justice. It's focusing a lot on how wealth is not fairly distributed amongst the different communities. Most of the power, I believe he says around 86% of the wealth is in the hands of white people, and the other 14% is kind of divvied up amongst the other people of the nation of States of America. And I haven't got very far in the book. I've only just started reading it. And as much as I like the fact that he's addressing this issue, one of the things that I've found so far is he talks a lot about wealth being given to black people, in the sense, you know, it's not fair that white people hold on to such a large percentage of the wealth. Now, I haven't read the whole book yet, so I can't really give an evaluation. But one thing I do respect, on the other hand, is he does make it clear, if black people want power, they have to unite. Other ethnic groups, they pool their money together. They live 10 in one house. You know, 5 work in the day, 5 work in the night. They put their money together, they buy a house. They rent that one to get an income. They buy a franchise. You know, if they're in a position of management, you know, when they see that application with the name that they recognize, they're quick to give that person the position so that wealth can be shared. Now, you may not be able to compete with the white man, as it were, for wealth, but there is going to be a degree of higher quality of living, and basically money talks. Money talkism, which isn't a real word, but the reason why you can't touch certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Minority groups. There are certain groups that you can't really criticize, is because they have a degree of unity and they have a degree of financial clout. As long as black people are not supporting black businesses, as long as black people are not trying to work with other black people to generate pockets of income where they can get MPs who look like them and who have their interests, if they're not investing in schools, if they're not taking part in local elections, if they're not going to parent-teacher meetings, if we are not doing these things, it's going to be hard to force the hand of white people to start redistributing wealth into the things that the black community needs. We have to show that we are working, that we are productive, before they will consider actually giving black people more support. Obviously, I'm in the UK. I wouldn't get reparations, but I firmly believe black people who are in the States deserve reparations. There are other people who are getting reparations. So I don't see why the black communities shouldn't get that support. But before that happens, you have to be in a position to lobby the government. You need local elections. You need local politicians. You need to run for office. Encourage your sons or your daughters to run for office, because in a lot of instances, people want your black vote, but they don't want to actually serve the people who got them into power once they get into power. So I'm not particularly a conservative. I'm more like the equivalent of a Democrat, which would be a Labour supporter. But even me, myself, I was thinking maybe I should vote Conservative, because at the end of the day, it's great to talk about, we're going to find this money, we're going to give this money, we're going to build this, we're going to do that. Where is that money? Where is that plan coming from? You know, you can rely on the ethnic vote, but are you actually going to be able to deliver on your promises? So there's two things that I wanted to really touch on in this short video. Number one, we need to use our resources in the community. Black women need to support black male causes, because as you build up black men, they're going to be the ones that are going to go out and work and get the jobs in STEM and get the jobs in construction, get the jobs in, even the average man is earning more than the average woman. We know there are some successful women out there, but on average, men earn more. Because at some point, women often need to take time off work for sickness, maybe because of children. They just get tired in their profession. The corporate world doesn't suit them and they decide to change gears. Whereas a man, once he gets into a particular field, he generally will stick with it and he'll grow in income. So by building up black men, you ultimately will build up the black community. So that's the first thing, just to encourage people to still promote and support black businesses. Pull your money together. Stop looking for that big chunk that's going to come. It's all about little, everybody putting, hands together. The other thing I wanted to say is, let's just get rid of this myth and this stereotype of black people that if you want to hide anything from a black person, put it in a book. Start your library, whatever kind of thing you find interesting. If you like cooking, I could show you, I've got piles of cookbooks all over the place. If you like sewing, if you have a particular hobby, if you have all kinds of things that you like, I have a bookshelf full of books. And I'm not a person who likes to read, but I'm trying to force myself, because at the end of the day, knowledge is power. You can convey ideas, you can increase the understanding of your perspective. And since I've got into the black sector of YouTube, it's really important to start looking at books that are geared towards black people. At my local church, we have a library. And since learning the importance, not that I didn't know the importance of reading, but the importance of really trying to help young people get into reading, like whenever I get paid, I just grab some books, with black children, books about traveling, books about professions, books about hobbies and interests, books on cooking, healthy eating, healthy living, to donate to the library so that people who maybe are not in a position to be able to buy books for themselves, they will be able to access literature. Children will be able to open a book and see a child that looks like them. It's important that we spread knowledge. It's important that we spread information. It's important that we invest in ourselves, in something that's actually going to last. And obviously, one of the great things about books, when you finish reading them, you can read them again, or you can give them to somebody else. Start a book club, start some type of reading group, and just get that knowledge that is geared and designed specifically for you. Okay guys, I hope this has been helpful. Give the video a big thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.